All right, the obsession continues. In our last episode, I was saying you need to take a break. I think 2 days is a long enough break. And I didn't really even take a break. I kept playing, I just didn't record. So I thought I might as well record. Because, why not? It's a shame to keep it all to myself, you know. But I did clean my house. Went to the doctor's office. Slept a little bit, but mostly obsessively played games like I've been doing anyway, so may as well make a little viddy. Viddy well, little governor, viddy well. Yeah, I told my nurse practitioner about my avocado toast problem, and she's actually a fan of avocado toast herself. Here's that Tampa Bay Buccaneer flavor. We're in the city of Tampa. There's the Bro Bowl, R.I.P. I guess they rebuilt it, but it's in like a park. It's not in the ghetto anymore. This is a shame. Yeah, I used to skate this thing. My mom thought the Bro Bowl was the skate park of Tampa. When Scott Jackman had his 4th grade birthday party at the skate park of Tampa, she was like, "You're going to that scary place downtown?" No, Mom, that's the Bro Bowl. Yeah, I told the nurse practitioner about my avocado toast problem, and somehow I ended up, she ordered me a colonoscopy. I don't want to get a fucking colonoscopy. I'm going to have to talk to her about that. I'm going to stop eating avocados, wait for the symptoms to go away, and then tell her I don't want a colonoscopy. Because they make you, like, take all these laxatives and shit, and, like, does not sound like fun. I don't want to. I had these symptoms ever since the avocado toast, and that was months ago. So if I had stomach cancer, I'd be dead right now. I knew a guy, my across the street neighbor, he got stomach cancer. He died like in weeks, a couple of weeks. Real nice guy, Dave Kessler. All right, here's the famous UFO strip club. 2001, A Sex Odyssey. It's not actually in downtown Tampa. It's on Highway 60 on the way to downtown Tampa from Brandon, like all the strip clubs are, or most of them. I've never been to this particular one. I've been to Deja Vu, Ybor Secrets, and the Mons Venus. I was a young man. No, sir, I don't like it. I don't like strip clubs. But as I said before, my friend Nino, he had unprotected sex with a stripper inside of the UFO one time. And he said that she just really liked him, so. But I just wanted to. I unlocked the Tampa level, which is actually level 2, so it's not like it's a big deal that I unlocked it. I just wanted to show a little bit of that Tampa Bay Buccaneer flavor, my hometown. This game actually didn't even come out until I actually moved away from Tampa. I played it in Isla Mirada, Florida Keys. That's where I remember playing this game, but it's kind of funny. But here's the skate park of Tampa, where Scott Jackerman had his 4th grade birthday party. I don't believe they have a vert ramp outside anymore. I think it's a concrete bowl. Here's a wooden bowl. I love that wooden bowl. Love skating the wooden bowl at the skate park of Tampa. I've been to the skate park of Tampa in a very long time. Well, I don't even skate anymore because my medicine makes me dizzy. But, you know, that's that Tampa Bay Buccaneer flavor. I'll keep it short and sweet. I just wanted to show you I got that Tampa Bay Buccaneer flavor. I'm wearing my Tampa Bay Buccaneers hat. Bucko Bruce, the old orange and white colors. Classic Tampa Bay Buccaneer flavor. But I wanted to play this. Just an example of how weird I am that I like this. But I got my mouse. I got a mouse, a USB mouse hooked up with the CDI. Runs much smoother now. The CDI of all the multimedia machines. Oh, let's hear this.
Optical publishing for a mass consumer market is now a reality with the advent of compact disc interactive. Welcome to the world of CDI.
Yeah, the CDI is the most like a computer of all the multimedia boxes. So it works perfectly with a mouse. It's just ideal. So it's a new addition to my little Batocera setup. I got a little USB mouse plugged into the dock. You can't tell this ROM is a little bit glitchy, but I just wanted to show that I love this. Certain things, I like things that give me a feeling, and this gives me a feeling. It gives me the feeling of being in Epcot and watching the Disney World Resort TV Hotel channel. I get the same feeling from that. I remember I used to go to Disney World, and I didn't even want to go to Disney World. I just wanted to stay in the hotel and watch the Disney World Resort infomercial channel because it gives me a feeling. That's what I'm like. That's my driving force, is like getting these feelings from things. This gives me a feeling. I can't explain it. I wish it wasn't so glitchy at the top like that, but you know, nothing's perfect.
The future is right now, and you're a part of it. So kick back, relax, get interactive with CDI World.
It doesn't always glitch, so okay. I know what it says. I want to go to the CDI World Conference.
Welcome to the first CDI World Conference on interactive multimedia.
I'd love to have been in the CDI World Conference, be part of the industry, the multimedia world, the future of multimedia. Yeah, I could go on the internet. I could go on a website, watch a streaming service, or whatever people do nowadays. But this is what I like. I like this.
Mark Dillon, Director of Interactive Publishing at GTE Imagitrek.
Imagitrek, that's the name. This is before finasteride Propecia was on the market, really. You can tell by the balding men. Okay, let's
Hello,
see.
I'm Bruce Taylor, publisher of CDI World. Welcome to our first interactive conference on the
Yeah, I don't even give a shit that it's all fucked up at the top like that.
As you can see,
This
we
makes
have
me
a
happy.
powerhouse panel of some of the acknowledged leaders in the field. I invite you now to join with me in questioning our expert panelists.
Okay, who do we want to talk to? Ken looks like a friendly face.
Interactivity is not essential for some kinds of interactive multimedia, but it can be a tremendously enriching factor in the use and enjoyment and utility of the technology. For some other kinds, however, it's going to be absolutely essential, especially for interactive multimedia that's delivered via telecommunications, for example.
The question was, how important is interactivity to the future information transfer and entertainment and learning? Was Bruce, or was that Bruce's question, or is Bruce like the top dog? He's got the best answer. Let's see what Bruce has to say about it.
Let's talk about interactivity.
Oh, Bruce is the host.
How important do you think it really is for the future of the technologies for information transfer, for entertainment, or for learning?
Well, that's basically that was his question. What does Bob have to say about it?
I think interactivity will play a key role in the transfer of information to us. And I think it's important because of the volume of information that's available today.
It's a fucking man's world in interactivity.
Assimilate all of this
There's no female voice
together for us to understand.
in
the allows us
the world of interactivity.
Information that we need, and it also allows them to be presented clearly, both through visual and also through audio forms.
Just want to reiterate that even though I say crude things and I'll take poetic license, but I want to reiterate that I am a feminist. I was raised a feminist. I am a feminist, but I don't need to follow rules of like watching what I say, because I realized on my journey of healing, self-discovery, being people's approval is not what gives me what I need. It's being real as I possibly can be, being as fucking real, as keeping it real. Being real is the most important thing to me right now, because I have nothing to lose. I have no social life. I used to like try to be politically correct, as they call it, or they called it. I don't know what they call it now. But I have no one to impress, because everyone hates me anyway. But I just want to keep it real. I just wanted to say that.
If the book was the primary knowledge delivery platform for the past several centuries, what will the ideal delivery platform for information and for knowledge be in the next century?
The old Rusty. What does Rusty have to say? Oh, holy shit! Uh-oh. It glitched out to the point of no return. It's probably for the best. We can't play this all day. I wanted to play Final Doom. I've never played it before. From what I hear, it's Doom, but it has a different soundtrack. It's like a scary ambient soundtrack. So I'm curious. I want to see. I'd like to see what this is like. I'll only play the first level, because I know the first level of Doom by heart. I know what to do. 1996, I think. think Doom 64 came out maybe early 97, maybe late 96, I'm not sure. I guess this was PlayStation's answer to Doom 64. Yeah, this is definitely... Wait a second here. What's wrong with the controller? I reset my Steam Deck. Maybe it's because I had my mouse on that it was doing that. But I had to do a reset. Oh, here comes Miss Kitty. I was taking a little break from my kitties. I figured out the way to take a break from them is to turn the heaters off. And they go in my room where it's nice and warm with the heater on. And I get a little alone time. But I just turned the heater back on, and here comes Miss Kitty. The kitty needs water. All right, this doesn't look like the first level of Doom. I guess this is like Doom something of Evil or whatever. Game that came out after Doom 2. I don't know how I feel about the soundtrack. Some people say it's genius. I've watched some YouTube videos of people saying how genius the soundtrack is, but I like the rocking, plagiarized metal band soundtrack better with Doom. I'm not falling for this. That's so crazy. The moment I turn the heater on, Miss Kitty shows up. Cats are like so much smarter than we even know. You know, we're starting to figure it out. I just watched a video about male cats, and it makes perfect sense of why my cat Shredder acts the way he is. I guess they're like in a constant state of like they're like a security guard. Like they have their territory, and they move around the house like checking the perimeters all throughout the day, and that's exactly what he does. And they have one spot where they is like their main hub, their main territory, which is their owner's room usually, and that's where he spends a lot of his time. And they memorize their owner's sleep patterns, and they know that when their owner's going to go to sleep before they even go to sleep. Like when I went to sleep early this afternoon, he went into the room even before I did. Like it was like he read my mind or something, and he knew I was going to sleep. And then he went from security guard to bodyguard and laid on top of me. And cats can hear human heartbeats from 3 feet away. And when they lay down next to you, their heartbeats synchronize with your heartbeat. It's fucking crazy. It's otherworldly. It is otherworldly. That's the best term for it. Well, there's a lot of weapons in this first level. This soundtrack is spooky. It is cool. I'd just rather have... I'd rather just have that. I guess they want to be a little different, though. There's so many Dooms out there, you know. They already released Doom 1 for the PlayStation, so... if they're going to release Final Doom, I guess they're going to add a little spooky flavor to it. I was hoping to just run through the first level of Doom just to get a taste of Final Doom. That doesn't look like that's what's happening, so yeah, this is Final Doom. This is a new game I got for the Turbografx 16 Super CD-ROM system. The ultra-rare Dynastic hero. Featured on an episode of My Retro Life, where he regrets selling his collection. This big fat dude bought it, his friend. And he was wearing a red shirt. He was on his podcast, and I wrote in the comments, Kool-Aid Man, give Tyler his games back. And then he wrote something snarky like, oh, I was going to give him back, but now that you wrote that comment, I'm not going to. And I said, how does it feel to be a video game vulture? Took advantage of poor Tyler Esposito while he's processing his grief. You know, moments of lapse. Moment of madness and a lapse in judgment. He sold all his games his dad collected over the years, including this one, to this big fat dude. And the fat dude should give him his games back, but he's a video game vulture. But this is a pleasant game. This is a pleasant song. I like this. This is the kind of Turbografx 16 CD experience that I've been looking for. Maybe not. Is this some kind of RPG type game? I think it is, because I can't figure out how to even leave the first level. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. This is what I was looking for. A little sword play action. What a soundtrack. Yeah, these games, these rare, expensive games, some of them are total shit, but some of them, you know, they have this reputation and this demand because they're really good games. But saying the arrow to go that way, but I can't figure out how to jump high enough to get up. Oh, remember I'm supposed to go in this tree. Yeah, I'm supposed to go in the tree. Talk to this guy. Long last, Drellcoat Empire unleashes its forces upon this wooded country. Brianna, the fairy maiden, is unable to escape the marauding bands of evil beings in the Taran castle and is taken prisoner. I'll hand over some reviving medicine and firestorm. Prepare to use the magic immediately. Okay. I get to kill this little snake guy here. That was fun. So this is like a RPG adventure game. A little bit. It kind of reminds me of Popful Mail without the voiceovers. I love the voice of Popful Mail. I love her voice. Yeah, I'm just really enjoying the soundtrack. This is not what I expected this game to be. I expected it to be a lot more like Adventure Island or something. I thought this was like Wonder Boy, or I think this is part of the Adventure Island Wonder Boy franchise. But I guess it's trying to be like Adventure Island mixed with Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link. Which is cool. I mean, I feel like I should stop playing now before I get too much into this, because I don't know, I just want to play a bunch of games. I want to have a bunch of games featured on this program. I can sit here in my own time and play this game. I literally played from like 3 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon yesterday. I'm showing no signs of slowing down, so 3DO.
Welcome to the exciting world of space exploration.
I love
We're
space
about to
exploration,
embark on an
so
innovative journey experiencing new frontiers with NASA's Space Shuttle program. Today you will experience the virtual thrill of it all, from the Space Shuttle's inception through intensive astronaut training and finally to blast off and landing.
sounds fucking amazing.
You won't soon forget.
Amazing Media, 1994.
This is the Johnson Space Center, located
Johnson.
in Houston, Texas, the primary training center for shuttle astronauts. One moment, please, while our security computers run a check. You have been cleared for
I thought it was
entry.
Kennedy Space Center.
Thank you. During your visit, this personal digital assistant, otherwise known as a PDA, will serve as your guide.
PDA, that's high
Press the
tech.
help button on the PDA now for a description of its functions. Your PDA has the following functions. The orientation button will direct you to the Johnson Space Center for a history of the Space Shuttle program and overview of the orbital
I know
fleet.
Lyndon Johnson's like
The
from
training button
Texas,
will take you to simulator facilities at the
but
Johnson Space
it's
Center
kind of a slap in
to
the
learn
face to
procedures for
Kennedy
living
Space
and
Center,
working in space.
the guy who murdered
Mission launch button
John F.
will
Kennedy
introduce you to the control room and allow you to choose a
has his
specific
own
shuttle
space center
mission
in
to launch
Texas
and
too.
explore. The Space Game button will take you to the Special Projects area, where you will manipulate a remote-controlled, laser-equipped satellite
Ooh, laser.
to analyze dysfunctional space debris that has endangered the safety of future shuttle missions.
That sounds like fun.
Exit will quit the program. Terms will reveal definitions of common NASA words and phrases. Done will remove your PDA from view. To access the PDA at any time, press the B button on your 3DO control pad.
I want to go straight to the mission.
Mission launch. We will now go to Mission Control to access the Mission Launch Selector. One moment, please.
I'm ready to go into space right now. I don't care about training.
Welcome to Mission Control.
Launch
On
this
the control
mission.
panel at the bottom.
Mission highlights. I want to launch the mission. Meet the crew. I guess I do have to train first. Isn't exactly like a pick up and play. Launch mission 52. Oh, it's classified. Oh, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world. This really is
Orientation.
absolutely
We will now go
fantastic.
to the classroom overlooking Mission Control for the orientation
This is
session.
fucking amazing.
One moment, please. Welcome to Orientation. Click on the buttons below to be introduced to Mission Control and the history of NASA's Space Shuttle program. You may also choose to view the physical characteristics and features of the shuttle vehicles.
So it's 2 a.m. on Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday. I was going to wait to make a video till Friday, but why wait? Can't wait a whole fucking day. But tomorrow, Friday, I'm getting the Terminator game. New Terminator. Terminator 2D, Dawn of or No Fate.
As the momentum for space exploration grew in the 1960s, so too did NASA's budget.
I'm going to
Their
play
entire
that.
space program revolved around costly spacecraft.
There's a PS4, PS5, and Xbox, and a Switch 1 version. No Switch 2 version.
To 1964.
But I think they're all the same shit. I don't think there's any, like, actually, I read on Google AI that the PS4 version is 30 frames per second, and the PS5 version is 60 frames per second.
Was established in 1969 to develop such a space shuttle.
But the Switch version is 60 frames per second, and that's all what matters.
A practical launch vehicle, a scientific laboratory, and a multi-purpose cargo vehicle.
I'm a frame rate hoe. That's all I care about is frame rate.
And thus generate commercial.
And I want to be able to play with my Sega controller. I want to be able to play with the Pro controller.
Many experiments with shuttle designs were carried
out. The PS5 is dead to me. It's dead to Scott Jacobin too.
Recoverable winged orbiter. Much like a
it's just old news. It came out in 2020. We're almost in 2026. The Switch 2 is the new thing.
Nixon in 1972, and the first shuttle, Enterprise,
and this Steam Deck, timeless. Absolutely timeless.
However,
and since it's Linux based, I feel like I'll be playing this motherfucker for the rest of my life.
That the first space shuttle was launched into space in 1981.
It's my favorite thing I've ever gotten. Since the 3DO, I think. Because it has a 3DO on it, so. But yeah, there's some bullshit videos going around on YouTube, like, made by, like, AI or some shit with a like, robot voice. And it was showing, like, the difference between the Switch, PS4, and PS5 versions of Terminator, and the Switch version looked all shitty, but then I went back and looked at it, and it was Contra Operation Galuga.
The crew compartment contains the flight
with like the contrast and brightness adjusted to make one look shittier than the other.
The cargo
and I thought it was real even when I ordered my copy of Terminator because I'm that
the wings provide the orbiter with stability and maneuverability during atmospheric flight.
Adamant about using the Pro controller and my Genesis controller on this style of game.
The crew compartment contains the flight controls, equipment bay,
and I went physical too. I got the physical cartridge that comes with a cool poster, an arcade coin, and a manual. $60. It's $30 digital version of the game only. I feel like the manual, the poster, and the coin, and actually having an actual physical copy with a reversible cover case.
The vertical stabilizer contains a rudder and speed brake used for atmospheric
that's worth it to me. But there's a $120 version that comes with all that shit. But it also comes with another poster. They're both cloth posters. A flip book, a paperweight, literally a fucking paperweight. That's like a cliche for something that's worthless. It's a paperweight. And an art book, and that's another $60. So all that shit's not worth $60 to me. I mean, I love flip books. I used to even make my own flip books as a kid, but I just can't pay. I can't pay $120 for that shit. I just can't. Sorry, I just can't. $60. You know, most new Switch games cost $80, so I'm getting a nice little package for $60. I'm excited about that. I'll probably be asleep when it comes here, but Wow.
Mission Control commands flight operations from the
Cool.
time the shuttle clears the launching facility at the
Such a
Kennedy
sucker
Space
for
Center in
motion
Florida
video.
until completion of the mission when the orbiter lands. Flight controllers at Mission Control use information relayed from an extensive network of ground and space systems to monitor, direct, and track each aspect of the shuttle flight. Facilities in 11 countries
Hold
around
on
the
a second.
world
I have to turn on my
constant
black
flow of
light. I
communication
feel
and
like
data
this
to
is
Mission
like
Control
I
via
need to have my
telephone,
black light on right
microwave,
now.
radio, deep-sea cabling, television, and satellite systems. Mission Control computers control the space shuttle's flight through commands to computers on board the spacecraft. They also program tracking devices as well as collect, interpret, and store data. Working in 8-hour shifts, members of the specialized flight controller
There's a
team
cartoon. I'll leave
monitor
a
and direct specific
link in the
aspects of the
description
space
and maybe a
shuttle
title
mission
card at the
24
end,
hours a day,
or
7
an end
days a
screen
week.
card, or whatever the hell they're
The
called.
flight director of each team
It's a cartoon
oversees
called
all
Little
mission
Johnny
operations,
Everything,
while the capsule communicator or
and
capstan is the
it's a
primary
little
oversight and
boy
communications
named Little
relay for the
Johnny
shuttle crew.
Everything,
In air-to-ground
and
conversation, Mission Control is referred to as
not to be
IPSO.
confused with Little Johnny Deeper.
14 other controllers, including various systems engineers, officers,
But basically,
and a
he's
flight
stuck
surgeon rounding out
inside
the intricate team.
on
In
a
the event
rainy
that
day,
disaster renders Mission Control
but it
inoperative,
it
a
doesn't matter to
secondary
him
control center is
because
located
he
at Johnson
travels
Space Center's White
to
Sands
different
Test
worlds.
Facility in New Mexico.
Because he's Little Johnny Everything, and he can do most anything. He can make believe and sing. He's Little Johnny Everything, and you know, I guess I'm a Little Johnny Everything of sorts. I literally feel like I'm traveling to a different world right now. I'm at NASA. I'm in outer space right now.
Training. We will now go to the weightless environment facility to begin training.
Now I got my black light on, and I feel so immersed.
Welcome to training. Select the buttons on the control panel at the bottom of the screen to gain an overview of astronaut training and gear, see a mission flight.
You call me a space cowboy,
and explore the areas of living and working in
a gangster
space.
of love. Well, I don't know about that. I love my cat. I love you, Miss Kitty. Living in space. Meals. I'm very interested in space meals.
Crew members share in the meal preparation, which takes place in the galley on the middeck. Here, hot and cold water, a convection oven, and food storage lockers are located. To reconstitute a dehydrated meal, the astronaut injects water into the plastic-wrapped food pouch. The food is then heated in the oven. Meals are eaten directly from specially designed packages and cans that rest on a metal tray that is clipped onto a table or seat. All utensils have magnets to hold them in place on the tray.
Hygiene. Do they talk about peeing and pooping? I think they recycle their pee and drink it.
Motion sickness is the most common illness suffered by the astronauts. Symptoms include dizziness, nausea, cold sweats, headache, and drowsiness. The conditions of zero gravity may also cause a redistribution of body fluids that can lead to bloating in the lower torso. Special pressure suits, such as the Launch Entry Suit and the EMU spacesuit, help to stabilize internal body pressures. Astronauts perform their daily cleansing using a
That guy
hand
totally
sink and
looks like an
mirror at the
80s
personal
astronaut
hygiene
with that
station
mustache.
located on one side of the galley in the middeck. Since the shuttle does not contain a shower, the astronauts bathe by sponge bath, using a wet towel and soap. Shaving is best accomplished using an old-fashioned razor and lather, which is useful in preventing the cut whiskers from floating away. In the lavatory area,
Why? What's the point of sorry, talking about poop and
waste
peeing.
material is sucked in by a fan to a compartment below deck. Solid waste is dried and disinfected, while liquid waste is pumped into a tank and dumped overboard.
Oh shit! So the piss goes into space. Why shave in space? Why not just grow a beard? Just let your beard fucking go out. Why do people shave at all? I wouldn't shave except when my beard gets too long. I can't stop touching it. Air and water. Let's see. Where do they get their water? I thought they recycled their pee.
Cabin pressure, air, and water are automatically supplied and regulated by the shuttle's life support system. This provides an atmosphere in the shuttle's living compartments that simulates that found on Earth. Oxygen for this system is carried in the form of a super cold liquid. It is used by the crew at a rate of 9 pounds per day for breathing and mixed with hydrogen to create electricity. The mixing of oxygen and hydrogen to create electricity also creates an important byproduct, H2O, better known as water. It is generated at about 7 pounds per hour and is stored in a large pair of tanks. One of the tanks supplies drinkable water to the galley, while the other is used for the shuttle's thermal cooling system.
It's kind of thinking about Little Johnny Everything. Now I'm thinking about Little Johnny Deeper. If you know that story, it's just all the Little Johnny jokes, you know. My friend Alyssa, she wrote a book called Tampa. It's about a teacher sleeping with her students. And I feel like she wrote like the ultimate novel version of the story of Little Johnny Deeper. All right, you know, this is continuation of my need to see things that I've only heard about in Fable. As you can see, there's a nude woman at the leg of Stormlord, because this is not the Sega Genesis censored version of Stormlord. She doesn't seem to have nipples, so I don't think I'll get a content strike for this. A naked Barbie doll. But this is the Amiga version of Stormlord, and it has the naked fairies in it. So I'll play it for about 2 minutes, because that's about how long I can last with Stormlord. But yeah, Stormlord. There's the naked fairy. It's so hard for Sega to just have that naked fairy. Why do they have to? I mean, it's Sega. Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Why couldn't they have a naked fairy in the Genesis version of Stormlord? What's the big deal? She doesn't even have nipples. I mean, this game is already so horrible, so shitty, that the only redeeming factor it has is the naked fairies. Oh shit! You know, that's horrible. You got this butthole with a bouncy ball coming in and out of it, and it turns you into a skeleton and you die. That's how shitty this game is. But it has a naked fairy in it. That's why people wanted to buy it on the Genesis, and you know, they probably spent $60 in 1989 to buy this piece of shit, and it doesn't even have the naked fairy in it. But here we are, living the dream. We saw the naked fairy. Gaming magazines of the day actually had the audacity to compare this game with Ghouls and Ghosts. I find it pretty cool to travel on the talons of an eagle. I mean, there are another naked fairy. I saw her just going by. So there are some redeeming aspects of this game. It's that eagle just gave me a little tour of the level. But this game is just absolute trash. Every Razorsoft game is. Batman, aka Slaughter Sport. Not Technocop, though. I have a special place in my heart for Technocop. And there's an Amiga version of Technocop. I was playing it earlier. I'll include it in another broadcast. One Razorsoft game at a time is enough, but the Technocop on Amiga runs much faster than the one on the Genesis. It's super speed. It's not even using blast processing, so the Amiga must have even blastier processing than blast processing. I was supposed to play this in my last video, so here I am. Contra Shattered Soldier. I tested it out before I began filming this, and lives up to the hype. It's pure Contra. It's Contra form. It's quite a sight to behold. Lots of explosions. I don't need to see these early 2000 cutscenes, but we'll just get straight to the gameplay. Start off with a bang. Fucking plane crash. Oh, I got rumble. You got rumble on the controller. It's that rockin' soundtrack. Motorcycle sounds. It's just balls out. Testosterone laden shit. I feel like they should have given me the spread gun. This grenade launcher thing's pretty cool. I thought I remember this game having blood back in the day, but I guess not. Really good graphics. Saying in my video, new games, spelled NU, like new metal. The games had good graphics because they had enhanced textures. I said the word wrong. It's actually enhanced shaders applied automatically to the games. So that's what gives them this HD look. But you know, last year I got my my little taste, my little introduction to not playing the actual physical software with the EverDrives and the flash carts and shit. Guess that was my gateway drug to the world I've entered now. But I don't give a fuck. I'm just not the purist that I thought I was. I have no desire to I still get the same sense of nostalgia and fun and wonder and everything as I do playing on the console as I do playing on the Steam Deck, on the Batocera. Maybe it's because I'm old, or maybe it's because I'm young. My Uber driver thought I was in college the other day. I must look really young. Yeah, as long as I have a controller that's similar to the actual controller, or maybe even an improved version, which all I need is a PS4 controller, a Super Nintendo controller, and a Genesis controller, and that's what I have. They all work with my Steam Deck, and that's all I need. I get the full experience. I mean, the Switch 2, if you're doing digital games, what's the difference? Like, for instance, I just got Marvel Superheroes. I'm trying to make a full playthrough of that. I can't. I'm the last couple levels, and it's really hard. It's not an easy game to beat, so I'm gonna go back to that and release like a 5-hour playthrough of that once I'm able to beat it. I have to get some more XP for some different characters. But what's the difference? I got Marvel Superheroes Cosmic Invasion on my new officially licensed Samsung Mario Nintendo Micro SD Express card. This game is on a Samsung Micro SD card. What's the difference? I guess one's legal and one's not, but it's retro gaming in the modern style, you know. Let's say, you know, this game is on sale on the Switch Nintendo Marketplace. What's the difference if it's on an SD card on the Switch? It's on an SD card on this. It's the same thing. So I waste enough money on modern games, as you can't really get those for free. So I don't need to be wasting more money on retro games, because it's just not necessary. I've been playing a lot of Gremlin Interactive games. I keep coming across these games and they all say Gremlin Interactive. I thought Gremlin was an arcade company that Sega bought in the early 80s. I guess there's another Gremlin from the 90s, I don't know. But I just wanted to show this game just for the first cutscene. I just saw this cutscene. It reminded me of something from like the Sci-Fi Channel, and I just wanted to show the cutscene, and then I'm done. Or the FMV, actually. It's an FMV, but it's a perfect. Just look at this. Look at this shit.
Before you satisfy my demands. I want Dredd. Here, Dredd.
It's like Black Scorpion or something.
You won't believe what happens next.
We need more time.
Come on.
Like a Roger Corman movie.
Come on in. Take me down, Sly.
He's already put 17 judges out of
I watched The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren on Tubi. That's a Roger Corman movie, New World Films.
Firepower to take out 50 blocks.
When I was a kid, and everybody was into The Punisher, that movie had a bad reputation. I don't know why, because that movie is fucking awesome.
Trying to remember. On your way there.
It was hard to find for a long time, but Tubi has it.
Take out anything you can.
I highly recommend it. I mean, the opening scene is Dolph Lundgren like killing all these mafia guys, or Frank Castle, I should say, the Punisher. And he kills all these mafia guys in a mansion, and then the news people are there, and they're like, there he is, there's the Punisher. And then the whole mansion explodes with the Punisher in it. Like, it's fucking awesome. And it has that perfect Roger Corman feel. It feels like Roger Corman Fantastic Four. It's incredible. I wish I would have watched it so much earlier in life. I remember they had it at my local video store before Blockbuster came along. Should have rented it all the way back then, but it's had a bad reputation, kind of like Halloween 3. I love Halloween 3. But I never watched Halloween 3 as a kid because everybody said it was shit. But now it's like got this cult following where it's cool to like Halloween 3. And that makes me not like Halloween 3. Because I don't like being trendy. And I feel like too many people like Halloween 3 now. But that's not going to stop me from liking Halloween 3. Halloween 3 is awesome. I watched it with my mom. And I was trying to explain to her that, like, Tom Atkinson is some kind of ironic sex symbol to a lot of horror hounds out there, which is hilarious. And she's just like, just didn't get it. And honestly, I don't get it either, but I do get it at the same time. It's weird. I feel like those little things that pop up when I launch the game kind of take away from the suspension of disbelief. Because I mean, even personally, TBH, I mean, I would prefer to watch someone play on actual hardware and software than emulation. So I like to pretend this is an emulation, but when those little things pop up in the corner, can't deny that it's emulation. Is this like a preview for the movie? This game is like, it's not a game of the movie. It's I guess the plot of it is that Tony Montana really doesn't die at the end of Scarface, but he survives, and then he rebuilds his empire. That's what this game is. And it's not Al Pacino voicing Tony Montana, but from what I understand, it's a very good impersonation. Everybody has their own impersonation of Tony Montana, so I'm sure there's someone out there that's like perfect. And I believe he was hired for this game. But I think this is just basically Grand Theft Auto Tony Montana. Sierra, that's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting. Sierra has quite a pedigree. They made Phantasmagoria. I should play Phantasmagoria sometime on the stream. I mean, the Let's Play. Since I have my mouse hooked up to my Steam Deck to play Phantasmagoria. I don't know if you need a keyboard to play Phantasmagoria. I should get a little USB tiny keyboard. play a lot more Steam games that way. Of course I want vibration. Push it to the limit. Walk along the razor's edge. Don't look back, just keep your head and you can win it. Open up the limit. I love that song. I'm not one of these Scarface people, you know. There's certain people that's like, where's the pistol? Oh shit. There's a Tony Montana button. It's not a pistol, that's like a first aid kit. And I don't know how to pick it up either. Kind of sounds like Tony Montana. Where's the pistol? I don't see a fucking pistol. Where's the pistol? Oh, I don't need to do a combat tutorial. Let's get to the game. Let's get to the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.
What happens when the world is yours, and then you lose it?
Just remember, I only tell you one time. Don't fuck me, Tony. Don't you ever try to fuck me.
I'm Tony Montana, a political prisoner from Cuba.
I'm gonna carve him up real nice. You know something about cocaine?
All right, lesson number 1. Don't underestimate the other guy's greed.
Oh, this is a big deal too that happened to me. Besides the Terminator game, which doesn't have Arnold Schwarzenegger's face in it, by the way. Another thing I ended up getting, which was totally out of nowhere and totally a fluke because I found it in my Google or my Gmail that's like under like promotions, and I never look in that inbox. I just look in primary. So I just so happened, it was fate, it was kismet. It was about midnight last night. I got the email about 7 p.m. I have been cordially invited. Actually, I signed up to, and they finally made it open. I got an email telling me from Nintendo that the Virtual Boy for the Switch, the Virtual Boy, can't think of the word, it's like a Guitar Hero controller, whatever that's called. Peripheral. The Virtual Boy peripheral for the Switch. Actually, now that I'm watching this, I really want to fucking watch Scarface. I think I'm going to watch Scarface after this. This is probably going to be my last game. I've been playing for a long time. Yeah, I'm going to watch Scarface. I got the Virtual Boy peripheral. I pre-ordered it. I don't get it till February. Michael Rappaport. I don't get it till February, but I have the Virtual Boy for the Switch. And I have my Switch OLED in my room. And I feel like an OLED is perfect for a Virtual Boy screen because of the contrast and the blackness levels and everything like that. Because I think that the Virtual Boy is just like a LED, a spinning LED, so it's just light and darkness. So that's what an OLED is, light and darkness. So it's going to be perfect for my my Virtual Boy peripheral. I honestly thought I was going to have to buy a scalped one like I did with my Super Nintendo controller, which is perpetually sold out. But I got it at retail price. I love that line. Oh God, I think this is from the actual movie. This isn't the Tony Montana. The wannabe Tony Montana, or maybe it is. I don't know. If it is, he is good. This game kicks ass. The controls are a little bit early 2000s, but I'm sure I'll get used to them. Oh, he's in fucking rage mode. Get into the controls and see if I can. I don't want that inverted. Maybe this will work. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much better. Yeah, this feels modern controls. Oh, what a opening. Oh my God, I just blew the guy's fucking head off. Oh, this is amazing. I don't need the combat tutorial. I just had to uninvert the y-axis or the x-axis or whatever it is. I like the second try, I will do better. This is amazing. Perfect way to end this playthrough. And I'm definitely watching Scarface after this. But I want to say again, I'm not a Scarface guy. Scarface is not my blueprint of life. I don't think Tony Montana is meant to be a role model. I just think it's a really good movie. Directed by Brian De Palma, written by Oliver Stone. Two major heavyweights. But some people, like, that's their, like, philosophy on life is they want to be Scarface. Mostly in the hip-hop community. But I take Scarface as a cautionary tale. But yeah, I haven't watched it in a few years. Hopefully it's streaming in 4K. I do have it on Blu-ray, but it'd be nice to see it in 4K. And I don't feel like digging up a Blu-ray. This is a blood-splattered Phantasmagoria. Oh, there's the connection. It's a Sierra game, and it is, in fact, a Phantasmagoria. I always heard this game was good. And now that I know it's Sierra, I take it seriously. This is not some cheap cash grab. This is a AAA title. God, it has good blood. Did I just blow his arm off? Holy shit, I blew his arm off. Can I blow another arm off? Okay, so it's not Soldier of Fortune, but I mean, that's a lot of blood. This is far exceeding my expectations. Color me impressed. dare I say, the gun, the combat is better than Grand Theft Auto. This control is better than Grand Theft Auto. At least the PS2 versions of Grand Theft Auto. They were not fucking around when they made this one, I can tell you that much. Look at that blood splatter. This fucking... This game kicks ass. He's alive. Tony Montana lives. When I watch Scarface tonight, and Tony Montana quote-unquote dies at the end, I'm going to say, no, he doesn't. I just saw what really happens at the end. They just don't show it at the end of the movie. He lives, he survives, and he blows a bunch of guys' fucking heads off. Groin dismember. Did I just say groin dismember? Holy shit. I love the Tony Montana button. It's the circle button, by the way. That's how you get him to say Tony Montana lines. I regret not buying this when it came out. It was late in the life of the PS2, and Grand Theft Auto clones were a dime a dozen. But to call this a Grand Theft Auto clone is definitely selling it short, because the combat mechanics and the blood splatter and everything make this a truly ahead of its time third-person action experience. Holy shit! Trying to get another groin dismemberment. Right nut. Oh my god. Right nut. Holy shit. This tells you all the mayhem you commit. There's Miami. It's weird to think this takes place in the state I grew up in, because Miami isn't Florida. Miami is Miami. That's the best way I can put it. Miami is Miami. I mean, don't get me wrong, Tampa's sketchy as fuck, but it's more industrial. And it has flavor. It has that Tampa Bay Buccaneer flavor. It has a strong Cuban history and stuff. It's its own place. It's its own thing going on. But Miami, it's like a Paris. It's like a New York. It's like a London. It's like a Prague. It's iconic. It's I personally can't live there myself because I'm just a person that adapts to his environment. And when I lived in Miami, I adapted to my environment. I had cornrows. I had several physical altercations. I lived with prostitutes. I partook in illegal substances. I walked the dangerous streets. I became Miami. But now I'm Bloomington. Antisocial. Rude. Neutered. Castrated. Flavorless. Nobody. Politically correct. Vegan. Who goes to the health food store and the doctor's office and the dentist's office and the psychiatrist and I had to live a boring life to continue on with my existence. The flame was burning too bright. The candle was burning at both ends. I mean, even living here in Bloomington, when I first moved to town, it took me a good 10, 11 years to fully shake the Miami off of me and acclimate myself to the small town Bloomington lifestyle. I was still getting in fights and acting fucking insane when I moved here, but I adjusted. I'm adjusted. I'm fully domesticated now. No longer feral. You just call me a chameleon. That's what I am. I'm a chameleon. And I guarantee you, if I, for some crazy, unexplainable reason, ever end up in Florida again, I guarantee you, I'll turn into a fucking maniac all over again. I'll pick up where I left off. But hopefully it won't come to that. I'd like to leave Bloomington one day. I don't want to die here. But I don't know where I want to end up. I have to figure out what city I want to move to. All right. I'm going to watch Scarface now. Actually, I'm going to edit this video. Actually, I'll start Scarface while editing this video. But thanks for watching. Quite an eclectic mix. I had a good time in this little session, and with a bang with Scarface. I'm definitely gonna be playing Scarface again. I want to beat this game. Have a great one. Bye bye.